Uh, Now, let's talk a little bit. See, this is the business user product satisfaction and reproduce. Now, let's see here. In an e-marketing environment, the business, not the business satisfaction, it starts with the business because he didn't still has its own satisfaction. So it's going to be the business initiates the product to be produced. Then the user, due to his satisfaction from the bought product, feeds back the business of his satisfaction performance. Again, the business will initiate the product. Now, the user is going to buy the product. Now, if the user got a satisfaction, it's positive or negative, will send the business its feedback. So, in an e-marketing environment, the business initiates the product to be produced. Then the user, due to his satisfaction, whoa, whoa, yeah, it's complicated. Okay, we were not here. No, we finished them, right? No, okay. So, in an e-marketing environment, the business initiates the product to be produced. Then, the user, due to his satisfaction from the bought product, feeds back the business of his satisfaction performance. If the business strategy is to be satisfied by the satisfaction performance of the user, then the business can reproduce again the product or improved one. Okay, the business initiates the product. The product is being used to the user. If the user is satisfied, he's going to send a message back. Now, if the business can segment this feedback and finds a segment that he can build his satisfaction on, he will reproduce the product. Okay. Now, from the e-marketing examination, the importance of user satisfaction demolishes when the business has increased power over the product, which implies that the three main participants in the act of delivering a business product to a user are the user, the business, and the product. They are briefly described here as participants and testators. The participants, the user, the business, and product are three main identified participants in our e-marketing life cycle. So when we talk about participants, we always talk about life cycle. That is the important key words here, okay? The testators, of course, the user and the business only, because they have human satisfaction, are the two main identified testators. Participants with the ability to interact feedback slash response in our e-marketing lifetime. So testators always is an e-marketing environment lifetime. Participants is an e-marketing environment life cycle. This is the main two important. Okay, database layer. Okay, no, I don't want to talk about that now. So I'm just trying to. Okay, let's go back. Now I will talk about, so we talked about intelligent e-marketing agent. Now we're going to talk about satisfaction and adaptive. Okay. Now, as I said, satisfaction in an e-marketing environment is really a goal to be achieved for all participants, which means for the life cycle. Okay, life cycle. Hence, for the user satisfaction, product satisfaction, business satisfaction identified as satisfaction activities in an adopted e-marketing plan. Where the e-marketing strategy, now there is a difference between the plan and the strategy. The plan is the life cycle. The strategy is the lifetime. Okay, now, okay, I don't want to mess it up. I have a question here. Which infers which? The life cycle or the lifetime? The plan or the strategy? Which is more important? Which is really the question of the chicken and the egg. Is it the life cycle or is it the lifetime? Which is more important? Human/humans or humanity? Now, of course, this is a trick question. But if you there's since this is a generic framework, there is a lot of questions I'm going to ask about. I'm not going to reply on it. If you want my reply or explanation, I'm going to have to ask, because basically I'm not going to remember it. Okay. But of course, I know the answer for it. So let's start again. In an adopted e-marketing environment plan, where the e-marketing strategy, now the strategy defines the actual satisfaction manifestation of the plan. In that e-marketing environment act of delivering a product to the user or to a user, the satisfaction influence of both the user and the business on the product life cycle to exist. And due to the deterioration in status satisfaction, performance can end the endless life cycle of the product production. Again, in an adopting e-marketing environment where the e-marketing strategy, now in the plan, you will have a strategy of attestator, okay, that defines the actual satisfaction manifestation of the plan. In that e-marketing act of delivering, act mean environment, delivering a product to a user from the business, the satisfaction influence or inference of both the user as a testator and the business as a testator on the product satisfaction life cycle to exist. So if the user has all the satisfaction and the business has all the satisfaction, the product life cycle will not exist. So they have to mitigate their performance evaluation satisfaction, or the user satisfaction performance and the business satisfaction performance can never exceed the, as an addition, if you add the user satisfaction plus the the business satisfaction, they cannot exceed 1, because of course they are performance evaluation, so it's 0 point something. Okay. If any one of them, let's see, this is the business, this is the user, this is the product. The product can go closer to the business. If it goes inside the business, then it's cut. So if it goes to the business too close, the business has to push it to the user. This is a mirror, so confusing. Okay. So here, if the user satisfaction or the business satisfaction are maximum, then the product life cycle will not exist. So for the product life cycle to exist, both the user satisfaction and the business satisfaction have to put in mind their own product life cycle or satisfaction or sustainability, okay? In this case, sustainability, to exist. And due to the deterioration in the testators, which is the user and the business, the satisfaction performance can end this sustainability life cycle of the product production. Okay, I'm trying to link between e-marketing now and I'm not going to talk about natural sciences, but you know, if you are a natural sciences, physics, chemistry, PhD holder, you can try to map it and then we can try to adapt it together. Now, as a satisfaction adaptation, for this to be generic, it has to sustain any other route of science, which means satisfaction adaptation. The importance of the user satisfaction demolishes when the business satisfaction has increased bargaining power. So now we're going to have definition 3.7. I'm sorry. Notice that the word product does not appear, although if the phrase is true and that effective on the user satisfaction, then the product ability to satisfy all the other participants will be affected and reduced or limited. The main problem in all literature was that the user satisfaction and the business satisfaction, the business is more powerful than the user. So he took the product inside the business. And then the user satisfaction had to wait to be satisfied. He didn't have the ability to talk to the business about his satisfaction for the product. Okay. So definition 3.7, the satisfaction performance evaluation, which is SPE, life cycle. Satisfaction performance evaluation life cycle. Relationships between the life cycle, the user satisfaction, product satisfaction, the business satisfaction are the influence or inference relation of user satisfaction and the business satisfaction over the product satisfaction. So lifetime, 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 or one life cycle. Okay. Okay. Now, as initials, please do not try to adapt it or to write it down as in computer science programming, because you're going to have